When you look at slow motion footage of a professional swimmer, you notice how they seem to glide effortlessly through the water. It's easy to watch them and assume that covering distances in water requires incredible physical strength. In reality, forward movement in the water is a highly specific exercise in technique and physical relaxation. To prove it, we are going to build a completely controlled learning environment. All you need for this process is a pair of goggles and a pool where the water stops comfortably at your chest. By stripping away the chaos and breaking the stroke down into a sequence of distinct mechanical steps, you can transition from being terrified of the deep end to swimming a smooth, relaxed lap today. Before you attempt to move a single muscle, you must make a psychological shift. The water is actively supporting your weight. Acknowledging that the pool is a passive, supportive environment is the mandatory first step before any physical swimming can begin. Step into the chest-deep water and stand perfectly still. Consciously let your shoulders drop and release the tension completely from your arms and legs. This diagram illustrates the physics of buoyancy. Water constantly pushes upward against your body. When horizontal and relaxed, this force counteracts your downward weight. But watch a panicked swimmer. The silhouette tenses and drops vertically. Buoyancy arrows shrink, and gravity immediately pulls the body down. Because panic disrupts your ability to stay horizontal, breathing becomes the most important factor in your survival. In this environment, the mechanical exchange of air is the foundation that allows all other limb movements to function. You establish this comfort through a continuous mechanical loop. Submerge your face and blow steady bubbles through your nose. Then smoothly lift your mouth across the waterline to inhale. Beginners routinely fight this process by holding their breath the moment their face goes under. This panic causes your muscles to tighten, your breathing to become fast, and your entire body to become incredibly stiff. By mastering the continuous air exchange loop first, you force your body to relax and stop fighting the water. With the anxiety gone, your brain finally has the capacity to process and learn actual limb movement. Now we transition from standing to balancing. Lean back onto the water surface, stretch your arms out wide, and focus your eyes straight up. This torso cross-section demonstrates the internal mechanics of floating. Fully inflated lungs act as biological balloons. Expanding the total volume of your chest cavity creates enough buoyancy to keep your upper body securely at the surface. As you hold this position, your legs might slowly sink a few inches below the surface. That is completely normal. Just keep your chest elevated and allow the water to hold your weight. With your balance established, we can introduce propulsion. The most common error is bending the knees deeply to kick, burning massive energy and creating violent splashing. This side-by-side vector comparison shows the difference. On the left, a bent knee drives chaotic force upward. On the right, a mostly straight leg, pivoting smoothly from the hip, directs energy completely backward to create efficient rearward thrust. Apply this technique by generating small, quick, subsurface flutter kicks originating entirely from your hips. Keep that leg rhythm steady. Consciously execute the relaxed breathing loop we practiced at the wall. You will notice immediate forward momentum. Glide requires minimal streamlined motion. Forceful thrashing actually creates drag and works against your speed. Finally, we integrate the freestyle arm mechanics. Extend one arm fully forward, grab the water in front, and pull it straight back. Imagine an invisible ladder. Alternating hands grab a rung and pull smoothly down your side. Don't rush. A slow pull generates more speed. Now, from a side profile, lifting the head acts as a lever, dropping your hips. Keep your head down to stay horizontal. Now, combine the individual components into a single flow: floating, small kicks, smooth pulls, and rhythmic air exchange. The grace observed in high-level swimming is the direct result of these distinct mechanical components working in synchronization. This efficiency removes the need for raw physical power. By breaking the motion down into these rules, you transition from a fearful beginner to someone actively executing a relaxed, full freestyle stroke. To sustain forward progress, use this checklist during every session. Mentally verify you have a relaxed body, calm breathing, small kicks, and smooth pulls. If your form starts to slip and anxiety returns, stop the arm motions. Return to the shallow end. Isolate the foundational breathing and floating steps until your mechanics reset. Conquering the water requires an understanding of these specific mechanics. When technique is applied correctly, swimming becomes a highly accessible skill that relies on physics rather than force.